tribe, how you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is a retro review of A Different World, season 4, episode 5. So we start this episode off. We are at the pit, and Whitley is counting her pennies because baby daddy done cut her off. Now we find out that daddy put her on an allowance, which I figured he would put her on an allowance, but I still feel the way I feel what I said in my last review, that I feel like he went a little overboard. But okay, it is what it is, and we are what we are. Okay, so we find out that, you know, Dwayne is getting ready to try out for the Goodwill Games or the X-Academic or whatever it is, but the colleges compete against each other in like a Jeopardy style situation. Now, Dwayne is, of course, bragging because you know how smart Dwayne think he is, honey. And he said the only reason why he didn't make the team last year is because he had the flu, but he is ready this year. And Whitley overhears it, and, you know, Whitley was like, oh, I want to do it. And everybody keeps telling her, girl, this is an academic competition. And she was like, okay, and, like, I can do an academic competition. Like, I'm not dumb. You know, I'm just uninterested in most things. And so they kind of clown her about it. And then she's talking to Kim, and Kim says the same thing, like, girl, you do know that this is an academic. And she's like, why does everybody keep saying that to me? And so, then she finds out that there's a cash prize involved, and of course she is definitely ready for that because, baby, she needs cash. Now, what we also find out is that Miss Kinoshiwo, she is actually going to be on Avery's team. And she said, baby, I was on the winning team last year. I don't have to audition. Which, of course, is added incentive for Whitley even more so, right? So, we get to the auditions, and Whitley and Dwayne, of course, are at stiff competition against each other to the point where they pretty much alienate everybody else, and they are just fighting with each other. But both of them do enough to impress, you know, Colonel Taylor, and he asked both of them, well, I ain't gonna say impress, but to get on his nerves, and he asked all of them to stand down because Colonel Taylor is actually the one asking the questions. And of course, Dwayne feels like they ruined their chance of being able to get on there because they kept bickering, and Willie really is over it at this point. I mean, she wanted to prove her point about the fact that she's not dumb, and she did. I mean, of course, she wants the cash prize. Now, our sub story, y'all know I always tell you, we always have like a sub story to the main story. Now, the sub story is we see Kim hanging out with Freddie and with her cousin, you know, white boy from Avery, and they're out playing tennis, and Kim goes, you know, they come back from playing tennis, whatever, and Kim goes to go take a shower, and he actually lets Freddie know that he's sort of interested in Kim, and he would, you know, he would like to take Kim out. And of course, Freddie is all here for it. Freddie is like, oh my goodness, absolutely, yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. That would be so much, that would be great. My best friend dating my cousin, it would be a great thing. Now, of course, ain't nobody asked Kim yet. So he's going to ask Kim out on a date. So we get back down to the pit, and the names get posted of who made it. And Whitley and Dwayne both make it. And they decide that they're going to practice, that Colonel Taylor has actually paired them up. So they're going to be working in team. I mean, they're like 2-person pairs. And so they actually paired them up. And both of them, of course, go to Colonel Taylor and complain, like, why would you put us together? Hell no, we don't want it. And Colonel Taylor was like, well, first of all, I think y'all work well as a team. And second of all, I would not inflict either one of y'all on anybody else. So y'all are going to work together, or y'all ain't going to work at all. So, Matthew, that's Freddie's cousin, he shows up at the pit. Now, he came straight from rehearsal from a play, and he is dressed like a 1920s, you know, gangster or whatever. And he rolls up on Kim in the middle of the pit and asks her out on a date. He is loud, and he puts her on the spot. Kim ends up telling him, I can't do anything. I have a study group. I gotta go. And of course, leaves him standing in the middle of the pit looking stupid with a dumbass flower in that dumb outfit. And Freddie is upset. So later on that night, Freddie is waiting for Kim to get back in the room. And when Kim gets back in the room, Freddie jumps on and she's like, yo, you ain't have to embarrass my cousin like that. And Kim was like, what? I had a study group to get to. And Freddie was like, see, that's your problem. That's all you do. All you do is study and work, study and work, study and work. We've been through this before. We have seen this before. Like, you really need to get it together, Kim. She said, you sure that the reason why you didn't blow my cousin off is because he's white? And Kim was like, girl, it don't have nothing to do with him being white. I just told you, I'm busy. I got to work. I got to study. I don't have time for all of this. And so Freddie basically lets Kim know, you are turning into a dull old maid. You're not allowing yourself to have any fun. You're not allowing yourself to enjoy your life. And you're going to let a good thing pass you by. And I don't appreciate the fact that he's my cousin and you left him hanging. So while this is going on, over at Dwayne and Ron's, Willie is over there to practice. Now, Willie is like, let's make this quick because I have a date that I need to get to. But of course, when her date shows up, baby, he is outside blowing the horn as if she gonna come down there and come get, and she said, you know better than that. If you gonna take me out on a date, you need to come and get me. Get out your car and walk up here. So when he showed up acting a fool, she was like, all right, I'm ready to keep practicing. And they end up practicing all night to the point where Ron, who was helping them, he is over it. He said, I'm going to bed because y'all doing too much. I'm tired. I'm like, y'all got this. And I'm sick of it. Too many questions. So it ends up just being Dwayne and Whitley. And of course, they get to laughing and joking. And he starts tickling her. And next thing you know, baby, they kissing. So Whitley thinks, oh, I'm in there like swimwear. And Dwayne is like, oh, hell no, what did I just do? Like, I got a whole girlfriend that I love. I can't be doing this. So he sort of blows, tells Whitley it's time for them to go to bed. And the next day, Whitley shows up, the competition. And Dwayne is nervous as hell because Ron heard the kiss. I mean, he saw that they was kissing. And Dwayne is nervous as hell. And he's like, oh my gosh, Ron, what am I going to do? And Ron was like, I don't know, because women can smell that one. He said, listen, I have cheated on enough women to know that they can smell it coming a mile away. So, of course, Dwayne is all nervous. And him and Keno Keno shows up. And they get to talking, and she was like, I don't know how I feel about you being teamed up with Whitley. I know she likes you. And Dwayne goes off on this long tangent about how him and Whitley are just friends. It's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. He really, really loves her, and all Whitley will ever be to him is just his friend. Now, Kinko's was like, okay, I ain't ask you for all of that. Like, you acting real weird, Dwayne. I'm just going over here. Because she not stupid. She read between the lines. But the problem was, Whitley overheard this whole declaration of love to Kelly. Instead of, basically what I guess she thought was he was going to break up with her. I don't know. And, of course, she gets pissed off. So, the game starts, and Whitley is refusing to answer any questions. And not only is Whitley refusing to answer any questions, she is being obnoxious. She wants them to know. She is, filing her fingernails and being unbothered. And, and Dwayne is like, are you serious right now? Like, what is wrong with you? So when they have to take a break, Dwayne is able to answer no questions that they get to the finals. So it's going to be Whitley and Dwayne against Kilolo and her partner. And Dwayne talks to Whitley, and he's like, what is going on with you? And he lets her know, he said, listen, you are my friend. And last night, some old feelings came up, and I allowed myself to fall into it. And I apologize for that because I was wrong. I have a girlfriend, and I shouldn't have allowed it to go down that road. And you are my friend, and I never want to hurt you. But you got to understand that, this is who I'm with, and I'm going to be with Kilometer, and I'm just not going to, it's not going to be a thing. So Willie understands it, and when they go into the finals, she is all on board, ready to win this, this $25, $100. I think that's what the prize was. And so she is all on board, honey. And they try their best, but they can't quite make it. But they make a good comeback. And Willie was like, if I had just tried from the beginning, maybe we could have won. And Dwayne was like, it's all good. It's cool. So Dwayne rolls on with his girl. And Whitley says one of my favorite lines. She said, I will get my man. I said, I know that's right. You better go make sure you're going to get your Dwayne Wayne. And Kim actually allows Matthew to take her out for drinks after the competition. So that's the episode. It's actually one of my favorite episodes because, baby, this is the beginning of the end for Kilolo, honey. It is the beginning of the end. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.